this ecosystem is going to grow hard, especially when Monad launches mainnet.
There's less than 1,000 people that at least have some kind of knowledge about the ecosystem, you know?
I've been in crypto since I was 13 years old.
The first Monad native podcast.
The Monad ecosystem is like where the gold is.
All of those kind of consumer-centric dApps that bring in the masses are going to be easily produced in Monad. All right. Man, how do I introduce this? All right, so I haven't been making that much content lately. I have been working regular jobs like everybody else in the world. Haven't been able to do 30 videos in 30 days like I was doing before. But in the background, I was talking to some friends that I've made through Monad, and I thought it would be a good idea to start the first Monad native podcast. And with this first episode, we wanted to dive into what is Monad and why we're so excited about it. Oh my God. I lost my train of thought. So let's get started. If William and the Saw want to introduce themselves a little bit, and then we can get right into what we think for our first episode of Sensei Saturday podcast focused on Monad and the Monad ecosystem.
Yeah, let's go. Cool. Okay, so I will do the introduction for myself. I'm William, I'm 17 years old. Started chatting in Monad in December 2023. I think it was after Christmas, and I just joined the chats, or before Christmas, don't really remember. But I like the community. I saw the vision, so I stayed there until now. And I've been in crypto since I was 13 years old, so it's been like 3 or 4 years. So that's my rough introduction.
Okay. So I'm
All right,
Saw.
so
Yeah, I've been in Monad since roughly middle to end of January. I heard about it first on Wormhole, so I was very active, and I'm still very active on Wormhole. And I met a lot of people that were really diehard fans of Monad there. So yeah, after a few weeks, I decided to join Monads. I didn't really get into it right away, so it took me like, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks to start being like active there and talking to people and making friends, and then later I started to make also content. I joined the pipeline in March, I think, and from then on I really started to do a lot of Monad content. And yeah, that brought me here. I met a lot of people, met these two guys, and here we are.
Yeah, you're the master threader. So I'm going to link our Twitters into the description, but today we wanted to talk about the Monad ecosystem and everything about Monad, because you can see 370k people in the Monad Discord, but very, very few of these are in the ecosystem projects. So like people are aware that Monad is a big thing, but they are sleeping on these ecosystem projects like NFT, DeFi stuff, all of this. And there's a lot of projects, but only like few thousand people, let's say 5,000 people or less, care about this. And maybe like 200 of them really take it seriously. So there's this ecosystem is going to grow hard, especially when Monad launches mainnet. It's going to go wild, and only then people are going to recognize that like all these projects are building there, all these opportunities, and we want to help you guys to be positioned early to have more opportunities, to don't have to chase it after everything is launched. Basically just capitalize on this entire opportunity and have an edge over everyone that's coming to the market or is in Monad but is not aware about the ecosystem.
Yeah, I liked that summary. You know, I think that when people realize that they're gonna have the EVM compatibility of Ethereum with the speed and the ease of creating dApps that bring in the masses like Pump.Fun. Like Pump.Fun was never possible on any like Ethereum or I don't know any of the. Is there any? I guess they are creating some like Pump.Fun imitations on some of the
Yeah.
layer twos on Ethereum. I don't. I focus on Monad, but all of those kind of consumer centric dApps that bring in the masses are going to be easily produced in Monad, and then on top of that, they've created this community of potentially hundreds of thousands of people just waiting to use it. And I think that's going to bring a lot of liquidity into these projects, as William was talking about, that are not getting enough attention right now. And yeah, I mean, if you get in early, I believe that there will be a massive benefit there. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about a little bit about maybe maybe if each of us did one ecosystem project inside of Monad that we're excited about. I know I could start off with one. I guess I would go with Kizzy. I just because I do it on a daily basis. I'm in their alpha testing group, and we're basically making bets on influencers and politicians every day based on like what they, you know, how many views a post is going to get on Twitter or how many views a YouTube video is going to get on YouTube. And yeah, it's a super clean, fun app. It's never been done before anywhere else, and it's native to Monad. So that's really that immediately pops up to me. What would yours be, William?
I would definitely say that Monad Pets surprised me because I saw like just regular people making some classic NFT projects which were cool, but then Monad Pet, a team of guys, OGs since like who were in Bitcoin since 2013 or so, came in and like broke the entire game, got the most engagement on Twitter, got like the best community right now in Monad NFTs. So I like the team, I like the execution. So my project would be Monad Pet, and we are going to talk about a lot more of these, and also giving you helpful advice like how to capitalize or possibly profit of some of these opportunities. And so, do you have like some project in Monad that you really like?
One of my favorite projects is Monad Pet, as William was saying. But for this purpose, I'll choose a different one. So we have three different. I'll go with Donuts. I really like the way they are putting together their community, how they are building their lore. I think it's really cool, and I think it's engaging for people. And I think it's not very clear, or it's not fully disclosed what their end goal is or what they are building. But I think this one is probably one of the projects that we should be on the lookout for the future. I think they have a strong team. I think they have good artists. So yeah, I'll go with Stonats for my favorite project at the moment.
Yeah, I really like that choice, Stone Ads, because especially like if you're in the audience, if you're listening to this, like you're super early to Stonad. Like Monad Pad has been around. Kizzy is really hard to get into their testing program. Basically, it's impossible. But with Stonad, like a lot of people don't even know exactly what it is. I'm not even completely sure what it is, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say what it is here. I think it might be a secret. But just because you're in that element of it being so early, a lot of people are not even sure what it is. Like if you're listening to this now, if you get involved, if you get in their Twitter and you start interacting, and then potentially get in their Telegram or Discord, you might get some really good benefits in the future. So yeah, I like Stonad. It's just also because they have like OG Monad people on their team.
Yeah, they've been around, they've been in some events also. So yeah, I think this project is one to look forward to see what they'll come up to.
Are we not supposed to say what it is?
I don't think we are supposed to say what it is.
Yeah, I think it's not
Oh,
public
okay.
yet, so maybe not.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well we can say
just like
that it is a kind of crypto project that I don't believe there is any other in the Monad ecosystem yet other than Stonad. It's the only one of its kind.
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for now, yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot more popping up, but they're the first and they've been around and like they're getting a following. And whenever I post anything about Stonad on Twitter, it gets more engagement than almost anything else. So yeah, their lore building is good. The whole like kind of comic book thing they're doing with Master Stonad on Twitter. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I like the vibe to it and how they run the Twitter, but like it's hard to convince people that it's good if you can't even say what it is. So that's why I'm like, let's see what this is. I want to stay on the lookout because it's early, but let's see how it plays out if they deliver a really good product. But so far, like they have a mysterious, good vibe to it. So yeah.
Yeah, like the equivalent of Stonad on Ethereum never had as much of a kind of lead up to it like Stonad has. Like there was no comic book. There was no characters. Like initially when I saw Stonad, I thought it was an NFT, and it's nothing like that. So yeah, I like that choice. That's a cool choice. So we got a choice. We have a choice that's really, really hard to get into, Kizzy. We have a choice with Monad Pad that join right now, and it is possible to get a whitelist for that. And then we have a choice that's so early, it's unspoken. So
That's some early alpha for anyone. I wonder if you have like some thoughts about the ecosystem or
Yeah, I like to say that the Monad ecosystem is like where the gold is, Everyone is really, really focused on Monad main Discord, which is normal because that's where everyone is. But at the moment, it's really, really hard to really stand out because there's a huge amount of people there that are there every day, full day, talking, doing stuff, and so on. But in the Monad ecosystem, you can reach out to really important people in the Monad ecosystem very easily. There's, like you guys were saying before, there's like, I don't know, I'd say there's less than 1,000 people that are really at least have some kind of knowledge about the ecosystem. So it's really exclusive at the moment, and it will be very big in the future. And if you go like into the Monad Pad Discord, if you go into the Stonas Discord, I won't say Kizzy, but yeah. If you go into these projects, Discord, NFT projects, some DeFi projects that already have Discords and are already building communities, it's really easy to reach out to people, to talk to people, to know people, to play games with people. So it's really, really easy to make friends that way. You know, there's games going on basically every 10 minutes. You can find a Rumble or a Smash Card games or whatever. It's really active. And if you really want to know people, if you really want to get into Monads, making friends, and just be known, I think get into the ecosystem projects, start talking there, start knowing people there, and you'll see results very quickly, I think.
I like your summary for sure. So that's we had some alpha here. We will have a lot more of it in next episodes, and senseis are only starting. This is just the podcasts are just a part of senseis, and let's just say follow us on the journey and you will see more that's coming.